talking about is the Geeks1st modular box system. So it's a lot of words, but in short, what we have is a storage solution. You know, it's very similar. You got these wood pieces, similar to Broken Token or Meeple Realty or any of those other companies out there putting out similar materials. But what's different about the Modulas system is that it is modular, as you might guess. So we had a chance to meet with Geeks1st and see their product and learn more about it at Origins. And so what we have is a lot of different ways to store your games. And so the main difference when you look at the Modulas system versus a Broken Token insert or a Meeple Realty insert is that those are pre-built. You're buying a kit. It comes with all the pieces you need for one specific game. In a small number of circumstances, like for LCGs, it might work for multiple games, but usually it's one game. So like I have a Broken Token insert for Blood Rage. I have a Meeple Realty insert for War of the Ring, and they are very specifically designed for those, and the price kind of matches that. What Geeks1st is doing differently, and their approach to this is, it's not designed for any specific game. It's modular pieces that you can pull and choose to match your game. So what you buy is this. You buy like a sheet. This is the Modulas box system, Modulas mini lid. This right here is a quad box. This was a single piece that you can purchase, and it's just designed to fit inside, your game box and hold those four things. Bits and pieces, whatever it is you want to put in here. So it's giving you a lot more freedom. Now, obviously, on the flip side of that, it's not giving you the very specific instructions on how to store the exact number of components in a certain type of game. So for certain games that have so much stuff and jammed into that box, it might not be the perfect fit. What it is a good fit for, and this is what I'm going to show you guys, in this video, is other types of games. So big box games with lots of components. Maybe there's some space in the box. Maybe certain things don't need to be in these. Maybe there's multiple boards, whatever it is. Or maybe a lesser known game that you'd love to have an insert for, but is not popular enough to make it onto those lists. And there's a lot of them. I have a bunch of them that I wish I had inserts for. So what I've done is I have this piece here. I wanted to show you kind of what it looks like put together. And then this is actually one of the deck boxes that they provided. This is pre-built, and it just kind of gives you a good sense of what they're working with here. This is like I said, a deck box. So you can put in front here, kind of what the deck is. You've got your stuff in here. For me, this would be perfect for Destiny, for example, because you got enough space for dice and a single or one or two decks in here. It slides over the top, holds everything in place. Perfect, right? And a lot of these guys' stuff is designed for CCGs and similar types of games, but it is very, it's going to work good for board games too. So this is what it looks like put together. Very similar to pretty much everything else you've seen. And don't mind, this is me gluing. This is not them. This was them. It's nice and clean and flush. This was me. So if you could see it on the camera, it's my clunky wood glue all foaming up there. So that's all me. And then these are the different pieces. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take these pieces. I'm going to put them together off camera so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me chip and glue and snap stuff together an hour long that takes. And then we're going to talk about kind of what these pieces look like and what we're going to put them in. So we're going to have like a nice supply of pieces, and then we're going to use them to put together a game that doesn't have an off-the-shelf solution. And so we have multiple bits here. We have the Modulas box system, we have the singular lid, we have the 4-coffin box, we have the CCG interchangeable, so this is kind of for card games and the like. We have some dividers and little bits and pieces that go into the system. And then these big ones here, this is the base box system. So this is what's going to be used for, I believe, kind of our standard Ticket to Ride size LCG, original LCG box sizes. Got a nice lid here that we can use and some sidewalls. So just wanted to kind of give you a sense of what this is, what we're going to be putting together, show you what it looks like before it's put together, and then we'll take it from there and we'll see what it looks like. A couple things I want to note too real quick before we dive into that is the pieces in general, and we talked to them about this, the pieces in general are a little bit thicker. They're a little bit thicker, and quite a bit stronger. So if you've ever bought a broken token insert and been pushing it together as hard as you can because those pieces won't quite go together, maybe you don't have a mallet around, and a piece snaps off, you're not alone. It's happened to me about 40% of the time. And these days what I do is I'll trim it down with an X-Acto knife and glue it because it doesn't need to fit together flush. And you're gonna have to glue it anyways eventually. But these guys it's a bit thicker, it's a bit stronger, and it definitely stands up to more punishment. If you bend them, they don't snap in half quite as quickly anyways, and they're generally a bit stronger, which I think is important, especially with big heavy components. If you're gonna be pulling it out of the box especially, you wanna make sure it holds up to all that punishment. So that is something I wanted to mention, and you can probably see that a little bit. Like even just these pieces, like it's not bending, and that's me pushing on it. And so if you did that with a broken token, it would be similar, but it would snap a little bit quicker. So that is the Geeks1st system. This is what it looks like off the shelf. I think we have about 6 different products here. So there's a lot of different pieces here. This isn't all just one kit. These are just the different pieces that were provided for us, and I'm gonna go ahead and put these together. We're gonna take a look, and then we'll see how it plays out. All right, guys? So we'll be right back after the break. All right, guys, welcome back to my workshop. All right, as you can tell, this took a little bit of time. I am wearing different clothes. It is another day, but I have completed the construction of all the Geeks1st pieces, so I wanna show you what we have and how it all fits together, and then what we're gonna do with it. All right, so the pieces that we have here. We have the Modulus base box. Now the Modulus base box is kind of what everything's built around. So we're gonna start with that. As you can see, everything is slotted. There are slots all through the inside, all along the outside. And the reason for this is that you get to choose how you want it to be set up. So that base set comes with all of these pieces. I dropped them everywhere. And you have enough walls here, I believe there are 5 of them, to break this up as however you want. So usually when you get like a set from Broken Token or whoever, it's gonna be, it comes with a set amount, and those are the ones you use to organize for that particular game. This makes it so you can kind of decide, all right, I need a space that's big enough for cards, but there aren't that many cards in the game, so we'll do that one. That's where our cards are gonna go. And then maybe I need a bigger space for some tiles. We have some tiles in this game. So they're gonna go in the middle there. And then you know what? I actually have these really tiny bits. So I'm just gonna make a couple really tiny spaces here. And that's what we get. And so then, you have this option, or maybe some mini cards or whatever it is. Or maybe you have really big tiles and you want them that way. Or maybe you have no tiles at all and you have really tiny bits and you want to put these over here. You can do whatever you want with it, which is pretty cool. Other thing we have here are the dividers. So these go in here. So that's for like a small space. We have the wider ones for the wider space. And then wider still yet, if we wanted to go a full 3 out, we could fit them in here. All right. So this is pretty cool. I mean, I like this just for the sheer reason that, it's not a kit. You can do whatever you want with it. But this base box alone is going to be perfect for pretty much any game that comes in this size box. That classic FFG square box. So that gives us a lot of flexibility. Now, the other thing that we have here, and these don't come with this set. This is everything you get with the Modulus base system. All of these, the base. We even got a lid that came with it. So if you want to take it out of the base box and put on your own lid, now you have a lid. So that's pretty cool. These do stick a little bit. That's probably more due to my glue job than anything else. But I'm gonna get that off of there. But we also have a few other things. And the cool thing is that they're designed to fit inside here. So here we have just like one of these boxes. You can fit whatever you want inside of it. Has a lid on top. Okay. And we could slide it just directly in here, and it fits between these 2 slats. And you have your box in there. We have the quad divider. So if you want to put some dividers in here, one of these dividers, they come with this kit here. And that fits in there. And you can see it all fits flush to the top. So these kind of fit inside. This is one of the cooler ones too. This is a dice tower. So the dice tower, I'll pull one of these out to fit it in here. The dice tower also fits, and it is designed to fit. So if you have a game with a lot of dice and you want to use a dice tower with it, there you go. The dice tower, this is a separate kit. So I bought this separately, and it comes with all the pieces you see here, and this is the lid. It's not supposed to glue on. That's why it's kind of waddling around here. Obviously, you want to take the lid off of your dice tower. And then the tray. And it's a decent dice tower. It has 2 slats in it. The cool thing is that it's all blank. You can do whatever you want with it. It does have the logo emblazoned on it. Most of the things do. But if you flip that around when you build it, you can do non-logo side out, do it on the inside, and then you can paint it or do whatever you want with it. So you can make this a custom dice tower or put stickers on it or whatever you want to do. So pretty cool that way too. So that is the dice tower situation. The 4 coffin boxes. So this comes in a nice little holder here. You can see they pop out right there. And then this guy is going to slide down inside that way. And then we can slide these guys in, you know, as we're using them or not using them, as the case may be. So you have faction pieces or whatever it ends up being. The cool thing is that it doesn't have to be for any one thing. It can be for whatever you think your game needs. So with this kit here, everything you see in front of us, we can organize multiple games, because you might decide, hey, you know what, I don't need the base box organizer. All I need is maybe a couple of these guys. Just something to keep these bits organized that I can pull out of the box and have ready to drop stuff in. You want coffin boxes, you got faction pieces, you can hand these out to people. Whatever it is you're doing, there's a lot of different options here for how to organize stuff, where to put things. You got card trays, you have the deck box that we looked at in the first half of the video. We have a CCG box so it's got space in there for all the cards, but then you have a lid as well, so you can take this with you. So this is enough. It's not quite a deck box, but you can have a few options there, you know, for 2 decks and maybe a sideboard. So lots and lots of options here for however you want to do it. And I love that. I mean, I think it's fantastic. It's a great idea to be able to do this, to be able to move away from the kits. And here's the thing, and people have asked me this, is it better than a kit? And I'm gonna be perfectly honest. If you had, you know, this game or a specific game and there's a kit available for it, probably not. Probably what you have is, you know, the kit's gonna be great because it's usually branded, you know, maybe some special, you know, something carved on it or whatever it is. It looks cool. They've really upped their game in recent, you know, months with these high quality branded kits. But here's the thing. There aren't that many games with kits. You know, if you look at Broken Token, Meeple Realty, all these sites put together, there might be 50, 60 games for which there are kits. And a lot of the times they overlap. Like, these guys are all trying to do the most popular game. So there are 3 different kits for Terraforming Mars, but is there a kit for, you know, an older game or something maybe that just came out that isn't as popular? That's where you end up with the gaps. So the thing is, this is perfect for that because it's modular, because there's no way to piece stuff together for Broken Token. And a lot of people just end up sitting there waiting like, where's the kit for this? Where's my Terraforming Mars kit? You know, when it first came out, it wasn't available. With this, you can just build whatever you want to build immediately without having to wait for that. And that is the kind of flexibility that I personally would love in organizing my games. So now, are there issues with the kit? It's hard to know exactly what goes with what. You get that open freedom and flexibility, but if you really just want to make sure you only buy the pieces you need for a specific game, you know, they don't really have a chart or anything up yet. I know it's something we talked to them about and then they're working on, but they don't have anything up yet that's going to tell you, oh, you have Agricola. Well, these are the things you need for Agricola. Or you have, you know, Arkham Horror. These are the things you need specifically for Arkham Horror. And that's fine. I mean, it's a matter of, you know, maybe you'll go and you'll look at them, especially if you're at a con or they have them in a store, you can kind of balance it out. Right now, the base box is just for, you can see what size box that is. That's the standard FFG square box. And the So you can see that piece broke there. That was all me. That wasn't these guys. That was me not being careful with stuff. So, but you can see like there are a lot of different options for how to kind of figure out what you want to do. Instructions also don't yet come with the pieces. Again, this is something they're working on, but they do have these great videos that show you how to put these together in like 3 minutes. So not a huge issue. One thing that might be an issue for some people, and admittedly it's a small one because you are building a piece here, but you do have to glue everything. The way they're built now, everything is loose. Nothing, you know, if you've built a broken token or a Meeple Realty, you wedge them together, maybe you have to hammer them in, and maybe a handful of pieces are loose and need to be glued. And you really should glue everything anyways, but you don't have to. I've certainly put kits together where I didn't actually bother to glue them. These all had to be glued. Nothing was really a flush fit. So it's nice because that makes it so you really don't break anything. You're not wedging stuff together till it snaps. But at the same time, it does take a little bit longer to put together. You do need the glue. Make sure you have good glue, not the Gorilla Glue I use, make it all foamy. But that's something to keep in mind if you're somebody who just wants to be able to throw it together really quick. But otherwise, I have to say, like, it's a great idea. I'm surprised nobody's thought of it yet. I'm surprised the other guys aren't doing this, because being able to pick up, you know, just a base box without all the extra frills and gimmicks that you don't necessarily need, just this quad organizer, just this coffin box thing for faction pieces, just a deck box for, you know, an LCG that frankly doesn't come with one usually. Those are the kinds of things that I feel like a lot of gamers could benefit from. I know I personally can. So this is a good pickup. I mean, it's something, if you have not seen it yet, check out Geeks1st.com. I think that's where they sell them online, and they sell them locally in stores, I think, where they're located, maybe Indianapolis, and also in some cons. But it's definitely worth checking out. So this is the Geeks1st organizer system. Again, had a lot of fun with it. Very excited to put this in use. I just have to figure out which game is going to benefit from it the most. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Let me know. If you're wondering about anything specific about the pieces or how they went together or how long it took, again, just let me know. But overall, thumbs up rating here. This is definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a modular system that's not in a kit for games that are not covered by those kits. I would still probably recommend a kit if the kit's available for a certain game, especially when you can get it on sale or if you can get it at a con or something. All right, guys, that's everything for this At the Table review. Thank you so much for checking it out, and we'll be back real shortly with more. All right, talk to you later.